Farmers and hunters have reported finding boxes of Lone Star ticks across their properties. They move 3 times faster than the average tick, and it carries a substance called alpha-gal. Shortly after you've been bitten, you get what's called alpha-gal syndrome, which makes you permanently allergic to all red meat. In 2009, there was only a few dozen cases. In 2026, the CDC announced we have around 450,000 cases. It's a 100x increase since 2013. Now, mainstream news is telling you this increase is from climate change and rising deer populations, but I don't know if that's the truth. Recent tick bite ER visits are off the charts. Now, this is where it starts becoming suspicious. Bill Gates has funded research into a bio company named Oxitec to genetically modify ticks. Another connection is that he is heavily invested in plant-based meat companies called Impossible Food and Nature's Find. This would force everyone that has alpha-gal syndrome and wanted their red meat fix to buy his product. In a published peer-reviewed bioethics journal, they argue we should genetically engineer ticks to make people allergic to meat. In the article it says, we argue that if eating meat is morally impermissible, then efforts to prevent the spread of tick-borne AGS are also morally impermissible. Then right below it says tick-borne AGS is a moral bioenhancer if and when it motivates people to stop eating meat. And at the top of the article it says beneficial blood-sucking. Also, here is a World Economic Forum linked bioethicist, and he calls for genetically modifying humans to induce meat intolerance.
So for example, I have milk intolerance, and some people are intolerant to crayfish. So possibly we can use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you will become allergic to meat. I can sort of describe the mechanism. So that's something that we can do through human engineering. We can kind of possibly address really big world problems through human engineering.
Here's a map of all the hot spots that these Lone Star ticks reside in, and it's mainly in the southeast regions. So if you know anyone in these specific areas that have land, wilderness, ask them about the tick increase, and I guarantee you they'll tell you that it's more than they've seen in previous years. This isn't anything new. The CIA has declassified documents that they weaponized and released infected ticks over sugar fields in Cuba back in the day under President Kennedy. You also have Plum Island, which was a top secret animal biological warfare lab, which is where Lyme disease came out of in the 70s. From what I've read, these ticks don't like lavender, peppermint, and a synthetic insecticide called permethrin.